In the middle of Korea, a big building is on fire. A firefighter named Han jumps out of the building to help save a person's life. His robe catches fire from the intense heat, making him fall quickly to the ground without landing on the soft cushion. His whole life goes by in a moment, but surprisingly, the man wakes up after saving the little girl from danger. He gets up and quickly goes to the girl's family to check if she is hurt, but no one is answering him no matter how much he talks. Suddenly, he hears someone calling his name from a distance and sees two people in suits smiling at him in the middle of the confusion. Han tries to warn them to move away from the falling pieces, but then he sees firefighters trying to rescue a man who looks just like him. A woman named Chun tells Han that he was a great person before he died, and they are here to help him with the 7 tests he needs to go through. The other guardian named Mac tells him that their leader is waiting for them at the gates for the trials, and they need to go there immediately. Han is having a hard time understanding everything. He slowly walks away while watching his friends grieve for his dead body. He shouts that he doesn't want to die yet because he wants to see his mom, but his body starts to float up towards the big portal. They find themselves in a new place where many people are going to be judged. Han meets Rim, the leader of the Guardians, who has helped 47 people start new lives again in the last 100 years. When the leader praises Han for being a great example, Han looks away and says he's not a good person at all. They go through the gates of judgment but are suddenly taken to a scary place with lots of lava called the Mountain of Murder. Mac is surprised by where they are and quickly asks Han if he has ever killed anyone. Han says he has never done anything like that. Rim says that if someone dies because you didn't do anything to help, that can also be judged in court. This might be why they are in this situation. Han comes to a stadium where big doors on the ground open, showing a huge pit full of lava. The people who are being punished try hard to escape, but they keep getting burned in the fire. The prosecutors start the trial by saying that Han didn't help one of his co-workers when he could have, and this resulted in the man's death. They want Han to stay in the lava pit for 5 years to pay for not saving his friend. Rim supports the man by asking to look carefully at what really took place during the event. Han really tried to save his friend at the scene, but they couldn't lift the heavy stone that was on top of him. After seeing that things were really bad, his co-worker told him to go and help the other innocent people. Because of Han's choice, he managed to save 8 people that night. Rim says we should think about the man's bravery when deciding if it was right for him to leave his friend. Seeing how brave the man was in helping others, the judge decides to clear him of the charges and let him continue to the next trials. Even though Han won the first hearing, he is really struck by the memory of his co-worker's death. He wants to know why the Guardians are helping him because he doesn't think he is a great person. It turns out that the Guardians have their own plans because they made a deal with the King of Hell, named Yamra. If the 3 can help 49 people face challenges and be reborn within 100 years, they can also become human. They finally get to the trial of indolence, where Chun talks about all the hard work that Han has done. The man has always worked hard and helped people wherever he went. This could mean tipping over a beehive and getting his whole team stung badly, or saving a grumpy cat on a building and accidentally breaking the owner's Lamborghini with his head. The judge was so impressed by Han's efforts that she told the prosecutors to quickly create a statue to honor him. When she asked why the man wanted to live life to the fullest, Han said it was just for money. When the judge heard the man's answer, she quickly changed her decision. She told the prosecutors to send Han to punishment, where a huge machine chases and crushes people who are lazy, then feeds their remains to the fish. The Guardians did everything they could to help the man they were defending and asked the goddess to pay more attention to his life. Han worked very hard to earn money because he wanted to help his sick mother and support his brother, who wanted to attend law school. Han worked so hard that he often forgot to take care of himself, so wanting money isn't because he's greedy. After understanding the man's real reasons, the goddess sees that Han is innocent because he just wanted to help his family. The group quickly gets on the boat to go to the next place, but before they can celebrate, they see that many monsters are chasing them. The team uses their weapons and does their best to protect against the creatures. They can beat many of their enemies by slicing them apart, but the captain falls off the ship and just manages to hold on. Mac has to protect the ship alone while letting his leader get better. At the last moment, Mac hits a big stone pillar, which makes the rocks tumble down and stops the monster from chasing them. The man says this can only happen because a family from the Han has died and turned into angry spirits. To prevent other monsters from chasing them later, Rim decides to visit Han's family to learn the truth about what happened. He goes to Han's house and sees that the mother is definitely alive. This means that it was Han's brother Su who died and became a vengeful spirit. The bad spirit tries to escape while the protector follows closely behind. Rim tries to catch the spirit, letting the spirit escape while Rim looks for his target. The Guardian goes to a military base and sees soldiers talking about Su, calling him a runaway. It's interesting that the captain and one of his soldier friends are definitely keeping a secret. Rim pretends to be an army colonel and starts asking the captain about Su, accusing him of murdering a man. Unexpectedly, the captain starts threatening the Guardian because he's scared. This shows even more that he is to blame for the brother's death. On the other hand, Han is being asked questions by the goddess of lies. She is accusing him of making a lot of fake wills for his co-worker, who he couldn't help before. He gave these papers to the man's daughter, pretending to be her dad. The goddess quickly tells her servants to tie up the man and gets ready to punish him by cutting off his tongue. Fortunately, Rim can talk to his team using his mind and defends Han's actions. He also wrote fake letters to his mom, pretending that his life was amazing and that he was rich. Rim believes that these actions are meant to help the people he cares about feel better. He wants to give them hope that life can be better and help them keep going. When the deity sees that Han did all this to give others a reason to keep living, they forgive him for his wrongdoings because he never meant to hurt anyone. After the trial, Rim tells Han that his family is okay, but then quickly tells the team the real story about Han's brother. Rim travels back in time to find out what really occurred the night Su died. He discovers that his friend Don accidentally shot the man after turning off the safety. Don quickly called their captain, and instead of trying to help the dying man, the soldier chose to bury Su and cover up what happened so his chance for a promotion wouldn't be affected. Rim sees Su's body and is shocked to find out that he is not really dead. This reminds him of a time from his past when his father was buried alive. At the same time, Han has found himself in a place of great unfairness, where people are stuck for years as a punishment for not helping others. Luckily, Han works as a firefighter, so he won't be judged here and can move on to the next place. While riding in the cable car, we learn that all the Guardians forgot their memories except for their leader, Rim. Mac tries to stop his teammate from talking about their weaknesses but accidentally tells Han that his brother is the angry ghost. When the man understands the truth, his unstable mind shakes everything around him and breaks the cable car, almost causing his friends to fall. But at the last second, Han manages to calm down and asks to help his teammates. The three finally reach a place of betrayal, where a beautiful goddess punishes people who have betrayed their loved ones. She traps them in a mirror and breaks it, hurting the victims. Fortunately, Hong was a good person during his life and never betrayed anyone, so he was able to leave this place safely. At the same time, Rim finds the angry ghost in the nightclub where he is trying to kill one of the soldiers who buried him alive. The Guardian quickly follows Su, and they keep fighting in the air as they fly through the city. Rim catches the spirit by setting a trap and tying him to a building. The Guardian tells the spirit that he must forgive the people who killed him to come back to life. Otherwise, he will be lost forever. But this makes Su angry because it reminds him that he was buried alive and betrayed by his best friends. In his rage, he breaks free by creating a huge shockwave. On the other hand, after drinking a lot of alcohol, Dong decided to tell Su's mother where the body is because he couldn't handle the guilt anymore. The woman opens the map and finally finds where her youngest son is. Su watches her from behind. The angry spirit goes to Rim and tells the Guardian that he has chosen to forgive Dawn because he saw how sorry the soldier felt and that the mother was told where to find the body. Su asks the Guardian to act as a medium so he can talk to Dawn one last time, promising that he will complete the trials after that. The spirit speaks to the man and tells the soldier that he forgives him and not to cry anymore over things that happened before. At the same time, the Guardians soon find out what really happened that night and want to know what Han was doing. They quickly discover that the boy was trying to hurt his own mother with a pillow. Su tried to stop his brother right away, but Han got really mad and started hitting the young boy over and over again. Han felt very hopeless during that time because his family was very poor and his mother was very sick. He thought the only way to stop their pain was through death and nothing else. This is why he felt very guilty afterward and left home, never coming back to his family. After hearing this, the Guardians feel discouraged because they understand that they can't win the trials anymore, especially in the last challenge, Ophelia Impiety. At the same time, Rim is trying to pull Sue closer so that the spirit can start its journey to be reborn. When they get to the military camp, Sue is shocked to see his mother there, asking the soldiers to take her to her son's body. The army leader sees this and quickly runs to the woman. He tears her sons apart and pushes her to the ground, making her faint from the effort. Sue sees his mother being attacked by his killer, and he gets very angry. He quickly turns back into the vengeful spirit he used to be. He breaks free from his bonds and grabs the Guardian, throwing him away with great strength. Sue gets so angry that he transforms into a huge tornado, sweeping up all the soldiers nearby and creating a path to the afterlife. The angry ghost throws everything around and causes a lot of trouble. Rim decides to join in and rushes forward, using a magical rope to catch Sue and finally end the chaos. At the same time, Han's trial starts, and King Yuma chooses to be the judge. The god accuses the man of trying to kill his mother and hurting his brother when things were tough. The king says that Han's mother knew her son was trying to hurt her, but she didn't say anything and kept her pain inside. This makes what Han did even worse. The god decides that Han will be stuck in this hell forever because he tried to do the worst thing by killing the one who gave him life. Suddenly, the whole area starts shaking as a voice speaks to Han's mom. Rim used his special ability to let Sue talk to his mom in a dream, and the son says sorry for his brother. Sue tells the woman that Han has worked without a break for 15 years to take care of them because he feels bad about what happened that night. The mother shares that she forgave her son a long time ago and says sorry for not being able to take care of her kids. Han hears this and starts to cry, and even the king feels touched by their show of family love. The god decides that he can't punish Han anymore because the person he hurt forgave him a long time ago. This lets Han be born again. Han hears this and bows to Chun, thanking the Guardians for their help on his journey before he disappears into the bright light. Back in the human world, Rim has chosen Sue to be their 49th new life, hoping to fulfill their agreement with the king so they can be born again too. The group enters the dark place called Hell with respect, facing many demons and charges towards their enemies to reach the King of Hell. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.